What's up, everybody? This is the Grand Line Gazette, where we talk about One Piece damn near every damn day. Couldn't find a better picture of Kiba because he's a newer character as of last week.
Mhm.
But we got a new giant warrior pirate. That's Kev up here. I'm Corey. We talk about One Piece a lot. We got a whole giant warrior pirate. Almost fucked up that. Well, I did mess up. We got a whole giant warrior pirate playlist that you guys can enjoy. We got one more member for you. We don't know what their role was on the crew. Probably the historian, much like Robin,
Mhm.
because he is the principal of the Walrus School. He's probably the founder of the Walrus School.
Yep.
Dude looks like a walrus. Dude could be a mink. Could be the mink giant. Dosundada, the term that Scopper dropped randomly when he's just talking about all the mixed breed races or whatever. I don't know how to say it. We didn't know what that was, but Kev's expertise has proven itself once again, and he
Shit.
let us know that we have not seen the giant mink combo yet.
True.
That's the one
True.
combo we haven't seen. So, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about his role. We're gonna talk about the hammer he uses. We're gonna talk about just who he is. Follow, like, subscribe, comment. What you guys want to see from this guy? What you guys think he's going to do affecting the story? Me personally, I think he's gonna die, and then Saul's gonna take over the school. But that's for later. Kev, as always, can you help us get started?
Of course. I mean, so we get introduced to him pretty quickly. He's here to save the day. Um, but at first we meet him in the the Walrus School staff room. So we have Mr. Breed come in, and so he's the mathematics teacher. Miss Ange is there. We were introduced to her when we arrived on Elbaf. She's the language arts teacher, trader. Don't let that slip past you. But then we get introduced to the Walrus School principal, Mr. Kiba. And like you said, he does look like a walrus, which brings into question, is the school named after him? Did he rename the school after himself? Or is it something that he created? Where it's like, this school, again, is not on Elbaf. Being a warrior is a way of life up until 20-ish, 30-ish years ago, maybe. So this could very well be a new concept that this is the only school that they have on Elbaf. So be on the lookout for that. But he gets to work immediately, which obviously, when you find out his title, you know he's not gonna be messing around with no kids. So he has a hammer that he uppercuts after a hawk of he turns it to a black hammer and uppercuts this snake right,
Using Conqueror's
perfectly.
hockey, right? Like, I think we saw like the
Yes.
lightning bolts too. So yeah, I mean, we got another warrior of Elbaf, and I'm liking how they all have different weapons.
Mm.
But yeah, this I'm thinking the school's got to be named after him. I think he started the school. I think this happened post Loki, and
Okay.
I think the idea came. He was working with Harold more.
Agreed.
I think there was like some kind of conversation with Harold where it's like we gotta, if we don't want the kids to be warriors anymore, like if we want a better life for them, then we gotta teach them what a better life is. So I think that kind of motivated him to make the school. He obviously doesn't play about the kids because
Hmm.
he almost, I guess he didn't one shot the snake, but he did a combo attack which pretty much
Yeah.
handled it for now.
Yeah.
What do you think his role was on the ship of the giant warrior pirates?
Honestly, with him being a principal, I think maybe, and I'll say it like this because I think having dual captains has been a known thing amongst the Albathian warrior pirates. So you have Dory and Broggy, you have Ja Rule and Ja Rule. They were both co captains. I kind of see Harold, or not Harold, but Harding and Road being Road being that same duo, or maybe Harding Stannis. But I think him being the second in command behind the two captains, so he's like the left wing or the left hand of the pirate crew. But it's interesting because I don't exactly know what his like specialty would be. I don't think he's a doctor. I don't think anything like that.
And
What do you think?
yeah, and that's why that's the only thing that got me to like the historian,
Hmm.
kind of the archaeologist.
Okay.
That would be Robin's role. I'm trying to find flashbacks of Dory and Broggy when they're with their crew, and I'm trying to see if I can actually find this guy, but I don't think I
Oh,
can.
nice.
You see Mr. Three talking about them once, and they're all in silhouette, but you don't actually see this guy specifically, or maybe you do. You guys let us know in the comments below if you do find him. Um, that would just be interesting to see how long they've actually been planning this one. But he's obviously capable, so he does seem like he was a fighter. I don't know if he was like top three, like if he was the left hand,
Sure.
but I mean, Dory, Bragi, Oimo, Kashi, Kiba. Who else do we have? Do we have anybody else? We have the five for now.
Yeah, not that we know of. But I mean, shit, maybe we are staring at more that we know because just because we don't get confirmation that they're all on the same, they were all warrior giants, does not mean Ange, Breed, Wolf. These could all be old giant warrior pirates like
Yeah,
these because I think shit throw Ripley right up in there with that same concept
actually, yeah,
because
I think Ripley. I mean, out of anybody, be a
yeah
warrior. The one teaching her kid how to be a warrior. Yeah, yeah,
that
I'm
and
taking that one.
so and so those are the five teachers that we've met so far along with Saul, and three I would say are for sure old warrior pirates. So I mean I guess I'm kind of set that most of them could be.
So it
um
definitely he definitely had to have a play in like the restoration of the books and like
Agree.
helping Saul get assimilated because he's like, no, Saul's a good guy. Like, look at all this. This is like this is good knowledge that we're saving here. Like, this is a good thing we just did. So he does look like him and Saul have like a good back and forth. I think you mentioned it during our review that Saul's speaking to him kind of formally. So
Mhm.
that'll be interesting. I also want to know what he knows about Loki because he would also be of the older crew, so he would have a different dynamic with Loki than like the new giant warrior pirates would. Like the
And
new
we don't have
giant war,
ages yet either.
yeah, but the new
That's
giant
another
warrior
thing.
pirates look at Loki more like a Sasuke, where that is like, no man, like
Yeah.
yeah, it's sorry, bro, like I feel like Harudin looks like him at him like a Sasuke. Everybody else looks at him like Sasuke. Like Shikamaru, Kiba, all them weren't messing with Sasuke. They weren't trying to bring Sasuke back. They were like, no, he's a lost cause. He goes out and kills people. That's the vibe I'm getting from the new Giant Warrior Pirates. But keeping this
And
one to one like with Naruto, all the teachers knew that Sasuke was like, damn man, like yeah, you're a bad guy, but it might not be your fault. So I'd like to
yeah,
see his perspective on Loki's situation.
might not be
Yeah, like Kakashi's like, damn, bro, like Azuma's like,
It's like,
damn.
dude, the shitty. Ah, dude, I hated that. Like the biggest pothole for me was, I'm sorry, you're telling me that everyone knew Naruto's parents sacrificed themselves for the village,
You let this
and
kid grow up.
nobody was nice to him.
You guys let him grow up poor and alone.
I mean, look, if they just left him alone, that would have been one thing. They actively abused him, like, get away from that demon child. Like,
Also, he should have some kind of Harry Potter heritage, bro. From the Uzumaki and
exactly.
the Namikaze or whatever, bro. Like, you are a Hokage. Y'all had money. Why are you shacked up in this apartment getting, like, ramen cups because you can't afford nothing with your frog
Bro
wallet.
was getting expired milk and
Yeah.
ramen.
Third
That
Hokage would show up. Look, oh, here's your allowance for the week. Bye. It's like, bro, what are we
we'll catch
doing?
you later.
But hopefully Saul's not Saul. Hopefully Kiba's not that bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully he actually cares. But another person. This Kiba guy could be Mosa. I'm constantly
Very,
trying to figure out who Mosa could be. I see long gray beard, could be Mosa. Mosa, if you guys do not know off the top of your head, is the person on the transponder snail that was talking to Loki way back at the beginning of the arc. Like a year ago.
wasn't that long. Oh shit, it was like 20 weeks ago. You might be right. It's getting close. But I mean, it's a valid point. Again, guys, this isn't like you going to the store and you running into somebody and it's a coincidence. Oda has 17 pages every week to fill in. He's not putting coincidences on here.
Bam.
Same thing like a couple of weeks ago, like we saw Zoro who's like, this guy's as big as oars. That's not your friend just saying some random bullshit. That's Oda saying, hey, Zoro thinks this guy's as big as oars. Pay attention, wink, wink. So I think you're 100% right. I mean, we got to pick up on these little small details. So Mosa being introduced and the beard always being a 1-to-1. A snail will change its outfit depending on who's talking. I think you're right. I mean, we got to be on the lookout for it. It's not
Damn.
Loki. I don't think it's Harding.
Yeah.
Mosa, or this is fitting Mosa right now. So I like it. I like that idea quite a bit, actually. Now that you've said that.
You're thinking about the small details. On our last video when we did the deep dive on all the nightmares, one of them was Nika. And it's kind of like, why are the kids afraid of Nika? We saw like 2 panels like before. Colin asked Robin like, oh, you know Luffy? And then backed up because he was afraid of her. It's like, these things don't happen for no reason. You know what I mean? And the same thing with like, I really feel like there's going to be something with this mink giant, the fact that he's a walrus thing. He also could have horns, so he could also be like an ancient giant thing. An ancient giant mink will be a crazy combo, especially on a full moon.
I didn't even think about the Sulong form. That would go crazy. Because like we just talked about, Oda doesn't put these little things in here. So Dosundadas being introduced just a couple weeks ago, us meeting a possible mink hybrid with a giant, which I maybe that's what Saul is. Maybe Saul's a mink, like a lion giant. Who know? Like I'm thinking too maybe outside the box there, but if we're looking at mixed
He
racing
does that
here,
shit too, where he's like, these people
yeah,
don't say what they are. Like the person from Doflamingo's crew, the guy that wore the heels, that was like a fish Ben. It was like the kid on their crew, and he was wearing heels and stuff like that. He was a fishman, but it's like he was half fishman. But it's like they don't say these things about themselves because it's like Oda writes things how people would talk in normal conversation. In other like shows or manga, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, like I'm part fishman. This is why I can do this." But it's like no, like in this shit, it's like that's just what they are. Keep moving. You know what I mean? Like it'll if it. Sachi and
wow.
yeah,
Well, Dellinger
Delling
actually
yeah,
is a hybrid between human and fighting fish. Fishman
damn,
also has horns.
exactly, bro. It's like right there. Sachi and Penguin from the Heart Pirates. Whole time
Yep.
they were part fishmen. Never important. Never important until it was.
I mean, Jack was also a fishman as well, and we didn't find out he was a fishman until they were like, no, actually, he was just knocked into the ocean, but he's actually part fishman, so he just stayed there,
Yeah, he just sank.
and he couldn't move, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, all of that makes complete sense,
Yeah, and then you
and
think to yourself,
I get
oh,
it.
so fishmen can use devil fruits. They wouldn't be able to swim. They'd just be stuck underwater, which is
They'd have to be rescued,
yeah.
which makes sense. make sense.
Horrifying.
Because, I mean, again, we're talking about this big planet, which is like 95% ocean. So that means you could easily get lost down there and not be found. And then
Or
you're
you're
just
in a
sitting there.
trench. You're in the
Yeah.
Mariana Trench, bro.
Mariana Trench.
Like
That'd
their
be
version of it, it's
crazy.
like, bro, you're gone. Good
You're
luck.
fucked.
You're for the fish. You're for the sea beasts.
You're the for the fishmen. That's crazy.
My bad. My bad. My bad. But yeah.
But and I'm looking at these kids in the line as they're walking away. I do not see any fishman or any mink aesthetics on the faces here. I see a bunch of horns, so that could definitely point to Oni children for sure. But I maybe we're not seeing any children of his as of yet. But I do want to be on the lookout for that because teachers do have children, just like we just saw with Ripley and Colin. These children also need parents. Well, not anymore because they're about to have Emu as a parent, but before now they needed parents. So it'd be interesting to see if Kiba has any kids or
The
Wolf or anybody else
the
really.
Great Mother, which another analog to Mother Caramel with the soul fruit. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
bro, like this Mother Caramel emu, like, all right, video's coming soon. All right, but that's this video on Kiba, the principal of the Walrus School, the archaeologist, possibly, of the Giant Warrior Pirates. What do you guys think of his new introduction? What do you think of his role in the story so far? And what do you guys think we are going to learn from him in the future? Those are the questions we're asking you. You guys let us know in the comments below, and we will be back next time.
Peace.